waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, cause summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Cause summer's on. The ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast. And I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives. Days and nights with the sun in our eyes. And a wild tide under bluest skies, tearing up the shoreline. Cause summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Cause summer's on. The ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. We're gonna ride away. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
Wait, where's my transition? There's my transition button. Man, can you imagine if we all just had a transition button? That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Oh,
Oh, we are allies.
some of us are more than allies, I think.
Yeah, I think two of us are.
Listen,
Oh, actually, wait a minute.
hold on. Are we establishing this now? Well, let it be known that I am an ally. At least. But oh boy, we have the detective trio again this week, huh?
Oh,
Oh boy.
yeah. Should we start having like group trio names?
I mean, I do. I have so for you, Squarb and Millennia, you guys are Team Trauma. And then
Damn, okay.
and then these are my headcanon names. The chat can decide whether or not they want to take it. For you, Lumi, and Millennia, you guys are team detective or team investigators. Well, correction.
Right.
So okay.
Thing is, Scorb, the actual
Yeah, Scorb, the actual detective.
professional detective,
Yeah.
is not part of that team.
Yeah, so when it's only Lumi and when it's only Cherry, it's team roll the die, because I believe that everything is going to just happen at a roll of a die and I can't control anything.
I don't think that's happened yet. I think
they spent an entire episode buying 1,000 pounds worth of. Yeah, no.
Right.
Roll the die.
They right, yeah.
When it's only Squorb and Millennia, it's it's team get shit done. um,
Wow. Wow.
when it's team when it's only Violet and Squorb, I call it buddy cop film. And then when it's only Violet and Millennia, it's I also call that team trauma bonding.
I'm dying
Aw.
with these names.
Yeah, so
Damn.
so I have names for everything because I'm just like, well, guess team trauma bonding's on a run right now. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
you guys make
One day
great.
Serena might join back.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it's so I actually had a team name for when Serena was here.
Oh.
When it was what was it called? When it was the four of you before Cherry hopped in, right? When it was the four of you and you were Serena, I called it Nuclear Family.
Wait a minute.
You had
Okay, so Scorb is the dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Selena's
Serena's
the
the
mom.
Yep.
Violet is the older sister.
Correct.
Whisper's younger sister.
Correct. Team Nuclear
Okay.
Family. And then so when it was just and then during the sessions or during the parts when it was just Violet and Serena, I called you guys Team Necrogals.
Right.
That's good.
Makes sense. I agree.
And then let me see here. When it was just Serena and just Squorb, I believe it's where did I put my notes? I actually have notes on this. Let me see here. Pull up my thingy, my Google Drive. I believe I called you guys. I called you guys Team Day Away from the Kids. and then this has just been a consistent name. So when Violet and when Visper are alone, I call you guys Master and Apprentice is the team name that I gave you. And then I put in parentheses failing. But it's there. It's a thing. It's a thing. And then there's only been like one or two instances where this has happened, but I do have a team name for when Squorb and Amber are together, and I call them Team Songbird.
Aw.
So yeah, so just know that I in my free time I come up with totally not
Fandom
shipping
names.
That's so good.
Fandom names.
Fandom names, yeah.
Like
My favorite one is still
Dream
Necrogals.
SMP, Bench Trio.
Necrogals is so good.
Yeah, my favorite one is definitely Necrogals. So yeah, but aside from knowing that I'm an absolute weeb, I'd like to welcome everybody once again to our homebrew D&D campaign, Sand and Shadow. We are on episode 37, about to hit that big 4-0 here soon.
Oh my god, really? Jesus.
Yeah, still surprised that we made it this far. every time I pop open stream and I go, wait a minute, check my YouTube channel. All right, that's the right episode number. Oh boy.
Road to 100. Here we go.
Road to 100. Here we go. Hey, and road to 300 if you guys give me a follow, if you be able to keep up with us every week, except for when we're going on breaks, or when something happens. But hey, you know what? That's the joy of streaming. It can happen at any time. But anyways, yeah. So just in case, because it's been a couple weeks for Lumi specifically. Lumi, why don't you go ahead and start us off? We're gonna break tradition here. Start us off. Remind us who your character is and what your character does with the party. Thank you for the resub, by the way. Oh god, did her mic break?
Oh no.
All right. Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
okay.
My name is Lily, and I play Visper. Did my mic stop working?
Nope, you're good. You're good.
We can hear you now.
It's working.
We can hear you.
Oh,
You're
Is
good.
there a bad delay?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
All right. Let me start over.
Scuff, 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 scuff.
Technical difficulty.
All right, we're good. All right, so Lumi, try it one more time.
All right. Let's start this from the top again.
Woohoo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lumi, and I play Visper, which is a wild magic sorcerer who's very chaotic and does whatever she pleases.
Princess Power.
That's it. Sparkles.
Sparkles. If I could, I might look for effects and just add sparkles at the end of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I barely edit these videos as is. They're like straight to VOD.
As God intended.
As God intended. They're just straight direct VOD uploads. I guess we'll just go in reverse order because I think it's funny. Frog.
Ah,
I am Wailing Frog. I'm finally feeling sort of better.
Hey, you don't have COVID no more.
That's true. I still am suffering, but I don't have COVID.
Yay.
I play Millennia. She is a fighter barbarian. She can shift
Woo!
into a wolf person, which is fun, and she likes lightning.
Yes. Lightning wolves. And then
Yeah.
last but certainly not least. That's your cue.
okay. I'm not you're not gonna say my name, but I'm not Mafia
Well, no. I was
with underscores.
I thought. Okay, listen. Let me retry. Because I just had to make sure that we were all understanding. So like, okay, Lumi goes first, and then just to make sure that we're going in the same order, we'll go Frog, and then I figured you, being an intelligent young lady that you are.
Well, yeah, I knew I was going, but I thought you introduced both of them by name, right? Or
Okay, well now,
am I just
okay, well now I just feel bad. So, anyways,
unless
last but
my
certainly,
brain doesn't work?
yeah. So last but certainly not least, we have the wonderful _Mafia_.
Yes, I'm not Mafia with underscores. I'm really only picky about the underscores when my name is typed out. To be honest. And only when you're committing to using the full name of not Mafia.
Okay.
Saying not Mafia with a space or together or something is incorrect. What is that in chat? What is this? What is this?
Not
affront?
carrot Mafia carrot. I call them carrots, but they're technically called. I think they're called inserts. I think is what they're called. I don't remember.
Carrot's correct.
Carrot is the correct term.
Again, carrot is as God intended. In other news, I'm playing a cleric as my next character. No.
Sick. Sick nasty. Let's go.
Violet is our favorite dead girl walking.
Pretty sure that's a Heather's song.
It is a Heather's song.
I'm definitely making that like Violet's theme song, "Dead Girl Walking" from the Heathers play. Like that's such a good song.
I don't know how thematically it fits. I would have to listen to it again. I
Probably
haven't
not
listened
at
to it in a
all.
while.
Like probably not at all.
Yeah.
Heather's is a very like Heather's is such like a Heather's is a different breed.
It's a very specific thing. It's very difficult to apply
it is
to
a
other
very
things.
different. Yeah, it's a very specific thing. Yeah. So now that you also know that I'm totally a theater nerd, a theater nerd who works at a theater. Wow, actually, that's a lot to process about myself. I didn't think this all the way through. So, anyways, where we last left off, you guys were traveling from Blasvatan via Sunhawks, and you were on a week-long journey across the desert to make your way up to the not the northern but the eastern mountain border.
Eastern Mountains.
No, wait, no,
Because
shit.
you
No,
made your
no.
map.
No,
These are the
shit.
Western Mountain border.
Western Mountain God
Western
damn-
border.
I am-
Western border mountains.
Yes, the Western Mountain borders of the Dragonspine Mountains, where you have reasonable beliefs, or well, actually, you know that that is where Serena Silt's heart, her core, is being kept. Where in the mountains, you do not know, but you at least know it's in the mountains somewhere. After a week's worth of traveling, meeting some merchants and fighting off local bandits and wildlife, you finally make it to your destination, the foot of the mountains. And I am going to see. Let me pull up the map one more time here for me. I can't. I hate that I drew it that way, and then I'm like, this makes sense to me, and then I completely like busted it. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to have. I'm gonna have Lumi roll it. Lumi, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna roll me percentile. Because you guys have not properly. Well, actually, correction. I don't recall. Did you guys figure out which where along the Dragonspine Mountains you were headed? 'Cause
Roll a what?
hold on.
Oh, that delay is bad.
I thought it's rough. But yeah, do you guys remember where in the Dragonspine Mountains you guys were headed?
Yes. I believe we figured out that we were heading like towards the northwest trade tunnel.
Okay, cool. So never mind. Don't worry about the roll, Lumi. I'm like, hold on. I actually might have misspoken. Listen, it's been a busy 2 weeks.
You're fine.
Okay, so
This is why my brain is the way it is.
this is why I upload VODs.
That too.
I wish I could do that for my Tuesday game. One day.
Oh, yeah. Being able to look back at the old sessions is so cool.
Being able to just have a
honestly.
recording and like transcribing would be really good too, so that I could be
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, I can do this, yeah. Because then it also helps me remember what voices I have. Like, it's so good. Okay, so yeah, so you guys make your way to the. Oh, okay, so she's.
There we go.
Okay.
Did
Hello?
that work?
Is it working better now?
Okay,
I think so.
We're gonna test to see if that delay is still there. So respond.
Hello.
Okay, so that's pretty.
There we
quick.
go.
That's much better.
That's a bit better, yeah.
That's better than 7 seconds of delay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay, so don't worry about the roll. We're good. So you guys make your way, and you are at the foot of the mountains where you make your stop just a few clicks away from the northwest trade tunnel, just so that way you can land the hawks and assess the area around you. If anybody would like to, they can roll a perception check to basically get a bearing on their surroundings.
I would gladly like to.
God. Oh, fuck.
Or not.
Shit.
Fuck me.
Starting
Oh.
off strong. Would
Oh
Lumi-
no, Violet.
2 5s, baby.
You know what? Let's make it a group check. Visper roll.
Well-
Visper is having technical difficulties.
Woo!
She's currently not in the call.
I noticed that just as I said
so-
it.
Yeah. So they're going. So Lumi's gonna
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just
come
gonna.
back in a moment.
All right, cool.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna do you a favor, DM. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Sick.
Right, I forgot about those.
Yeah, I'm like
we
sick
haven't used them
nasty.
in a while.
You guys haven't used them in so long, so you both gonna use them?
I'll wait a moment.
Yeah, I'll use mine. I don't want a nat 1 on my first roll.
Sick nasty. Let's go.
Ooh.
That's better. That's 14.
14. Okay, that's respectable.
Uh-oh.
Okay, how we doing?
Oh
Lumi?
no.
It's okay. So while Lumi does technical difficulty shifting, we will continue to push through until we can figure it out.
Yeah, it's duo time.
It's yeah.
We're getting desperate.
All right, so yeah, on a 14, when you guys land the Sunhawks and you try to get your bearings, I'm actually going to allow you to use your scent on this as well. So I'll say that
okay.
I'll say that's your inspiration, is that you're using your scent to kind of compensate for what your sight can't see. Yeah, no, you can smell that there is there are multiple presences just out in the distance towards the mountains, but you can't gauge like you can't get an exact number, and they kind of all intermingle. I guess is the best way to put it.
Hey, it's fixed, I think.
Hello? Can y'all
Yeah.
hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Yes,
We're
hello.
working. We're working.
All right. I think the issue was another Bluetooth device was connected.
Oh,
Ooh,
that'll that'll
that-
do it. That'll do
That
it.
does it. I've had that issue many a time.
Imagine me in my car that has Bluetooth compatibility, and I have my earbuds in, and I'm trying to connect my phone to my car, and then my Bluetooth took over.
Imagine having a car that has Bluetooth capability and not manual windows.
I, hmm, I
I
I actually like manual windows.
also
Not in the
don't have
winter, but
electronic door locks.
like
I
certainly not
have
in the
nothing.
winter, but manual windows are horror movie tropes, and I hate it. All right, but while we're here, Lumi, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Do you remember how to do that? It's been a while.
All right. There it is.
Bam. She got it, y'all. She knows.
Ooh, I haven't been here for a while, but I still
Oh,
remember.
there you go, Lumi.
All right. Well, what you lack in sight, she makes up for it. So Lumi, as you guys hide the Sunhawks and Millennia, you give a whiff of the air. You're getting multiple scents, but you can't really parse them out. Lumi just looks over, and using her elegant eyes, she sees beyond the ridge. She sees that there seems to be what looks like a war band
Ah,
of individuals, very different races, but they all seem to be decked out in uh, in at least decent like hardened leathers by the looks of it. But obviously they're not like weighed down, and they don't seem to be overheating due to the desert heat. Uh, you can tell, Visper, that these heavily armed individuals seem to be well organized, but you don't spot a battle standard or like a clan banner or anything like that.
I'm gonna tell the rest of the party what I saw.
Okay. Shit.
that's just
We could just hide, make sure they don't see us.
yeah. I think stealth is probably the best approach we have.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, and just make sure you guys all have your health back. You took a long rest. You have all your spell slots.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, just double checking, make sure everybody has that. New day, new us.
Woo.
Yeah, baby. Um hmm. How do we hide from them?
Well,
Were they
how far away
flying
are they?
or
Oh,
yeah.
you guys landed. Like I said, you guys landed a couple clicks out. But you were able to see far enough away. I would say you guys, if you were to approach them on foot, it would take you maybe. If I were to break that down into feet, they're like 200, 300 feet out. Like you guys are like you
Okay.
guys are on a like you guys are looking past a ridge of like hardened red rock and sand. So you guys have a height advantage. That's how you're able to see them.
Okay.
I see. And are they like guarding the entrance or
By the looks of it, yes. They seem to have so this warband seems to have set up camp right at the entrance and off to the side a bit of the cave. You guys can see now that Lumi has pointed them out. You guys can see that there are two guards that seem to be posted up on opposite ends of the cave entrance, and it's a rather large cave entrance. And so they have to constantly patrol back and forth. And then to the right of the cave entrance, you see the warband's camp, and it seems to be this lightly fortified, but rather large camp. There are the ramparts or the barricades or whatever they're called, like the wooden spike walls and stuff like that. They have those, and then along the normally paved, not paved, along the trade route that goes in and out of the cave and out into the desert, they have those spike walls. I'm pretty sure they're called barricades. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. The ones that stop cavalry from approaching.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
They have those stationed and like set up along the road to keep horses from getting through, and they have men stationed at those. There's about like 6 of those along the path up to the cave. There appears to be what looks like maybe no more than 15, 20 different what's it called? Not 15 to 20 tents. That's the word I'm looking for.
Good gods.
Yeah, like this is a pretty big war band. Like and then like in the middle of it you see this very large pyre that has not been lit, but it's being reconstructed right now.
Oh.
And the pyre currently stands maybe about 6 feet tall, but it seems that they are constructing it to build it even larger.
Are there signs of prisoners?
I'm gonna say with your 14, you can probably make out what looks to be cages, but you can't see anything inside of them.
Okay, do they look like the cages that we liberated before? Probably hard to tell from this.
Probably hard
distance,
to tell from the
but
distance. Yeah, like without a spyglass or something, or
yeah.
out some way to like get in closer without being caught. It's kind of hard to tell. But you can tell that they are cages because unlike the caravan carts that you've seen in the past, these are like, you can tell like they are slots of like open space, and there's metal bars, and there's only like a top and a bottom on them. So you could infer that they might be the same ones that you guys were loading in, but
Oh, all right. So it's like a 75% chance this is where we need to be.
Yeah, this seems like the place.
Yeah. The question is now, how the hell do we get in?
oh, I don't have my dice on me.
We're playing D&D, man.
Yeah, but
Kind of important, you know. What's this team's stealth look like?
I have a +2.
see, I mostly use
Okay.
digital dice because I mostly just play as the monsters and stuff. But like, when I have to like roll for like random events and stuff like that,
So Visper's stealth is +1, and my stealth is +5.
Good God.
she's the rogue.
If only Serena was here with her pass without trace that she gets for free.
Oh yeah, I forgot her Genasi just get that.
So
That's funny.
what I
as
can
fuck.
do is use a spell that I've never had the ability to before.
Oh, new spell.
Where I create a distraction while the two of you get in.
Okay. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait till like whatever they're doing with the pyre seems like it would be a distraction in and of itself?
Hmm. For now, let's get closer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Are you
Try and see what's up.
Are you three going to try to attempt to approach stealthily? I will say, it is still broad daylight out.
Yeah.
Because you
Mhm.
guys arrived roughly in the morning, so the dawning sun is rising. another bonus point for you guys. I'll give you that. But so it's up to you, how much you wish to approach, and when you wish to strike, effectively.
Okay.
Uh, for now, we're approaching so that they ideally don't see us.
Okay.
But we're also quite far away, right?
Yeah, you
And
guys.
above
Yeah, so you
them?
guys are up on a ridge, right?
Mhm.
And if I'm just counting straight horizontal distance, you guys are about 200 or 300. You can estimate feet away.
Okay. What's the coloration of the rocks we're on, by the way?
You guys are. It's mostly sandstone and red rock.
Okay.
So it's more red rock, but like as the sand kind of
Okay.
coalesces and hardens.
So me being in like yellows and tans doesn't give me a little bit of an advantage for stealth.
I'll give you a +1.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I will give you a +1.
I gotta fish for him when I can get him.
Gotta fish for those modifiers, guys. I will be right back.
All right. So I take it we're gonna try to get a little closer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no pressure on me, the only tank right now.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It always ends up good in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, just in case, Visper,
Mhm.
add to your inventory a potion of healing supreme and a potion of healing superior.
All right.
So go to the inventory tab and then click manage inventory.
Mhm.
And then in the filter, type in potion of healing. And then find supreme and superior and add one of each.
You said superior and supreme.
Yep.
All right. It's now in my inventory.
Perfect. All right. Just in case.
It probably won't be needed anyways. Hopefully.
That the supreme one heals like double your hit points, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that might
Yeah.
actually be good.
It's like a ridiculous amount.
It's 10d4 plus 20.
Yeah, it can bring you from down to full. Me too.
Yeah. That was
Not necessarily, but
I am
almost.
amazed that we got those from me just filling up barrels of water.
So my plan right now is to get a good enough look at them that I can cast Disguise Self
I see.
and blend in. Um,
Maybe make us your prisoners or we're part of your band or whatever.
yeah, something like that.
We'll figure it out.
You know what's funny? Violet doesn't have Charm Person.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, no.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Visper
My
kind
main.
of.
What's up with Visper?
Visper sticks out like a sore thumb.
Ah, yeah.
The dress is very pretty, don't get me wrong, but whoa. you're you're a beacon.
Dang. Let me
Mhm.
see if I have something in my inventory for that.
I mean,
We captured a princess.
Yeah, ultimately, prisoner can work there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
At least I just look like a merc.
I
I can be a
mean,
hostage.
we can kind of tell the truth. A princess and her bodyguard.
Yeah. But why would a princess be coming here?
Well, we would have captured you along the way.
Just you? You capture me.
Yes. Listen, with disguised self, I can make myself look more intimidating and capable.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, Plus, I can say it was a difficult battle, and some of my people didn't make it, but
All
was
of my
able to.
people but me.
Bummer. I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I'll listen to the VOD later.
Yeah, it's been a good discussion.
Like
It's mostly planning.
it's just mostly a I'm gonna listen to the VOD later.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have we decided on doing?
So we're gonna get closer. We're gonna stealth closer, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
To try and get a look at this war band who's in it. and
Alrighty,
such.
cool. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Group stealth,
Do
baby. Let's
oh, thank God.
go. Let's go. Net 20,
Oh,
baby. For 25.
Let's see.
18, 25.
Well, I
okay, it's
got a
okay
5.
because Violet rolled a nat 20
Yep, that's
and I
two.
rolled an 18.
That's 3 to 2, or that's 3 to 1. So works out. Yeah. So you guys who have been traveling the desert for quite a while and are used to how the sand shifts underneath your weight, things of that nature, you are able to safely navigate through stealthily, even in broad daylight. As you make your approach, like I said, you estimate about 200, 300 feet. Is there at any point you wish to stop to kind of like gauge distance and assess like how much more packed it is, or
Uh, halfway maybe.
okay?
Really, once I can see who is in the war band with my eyes relatively well.
Okay. Um, sorry.
Sentencing.
Sentence structures. Sorry, I'm also looking for something because I meant to give this to um I meant to give this to Visper, but I completely spaced on it forever ago.
Oops.
So I'm trying to find it again. But yeah, okay. So about
Oh,
150 feet in.
yep. I by the way, I gave Visper one of the potions of healing supreme and superior.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's not this one. Okay, so it must be the other book. Ooh, and I gotta go book hopping. Okay, so yeah, so you make your way about 150 feet in, and I would say go ahead and roll another perception check, so that way you guys can kind of get a better assessment of what you're looking at.
Oh, Violet.
Bullshit, that's a 5.
Well, I got 22.
I got a 13.
Okay, 5, 25, and
I got 7.
Oh, that's cocked.
let me see. You know what? Here, I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna treat this real fast. I'm gonna roll 2d20s. All right,
Okay.
and then okay, cool. So basically, what I was going to do is that I was going to say if I rolled 2 highs, then I'm going to give you the high value, which would be the 18. If I rolled 2 lows, I was going to give you the 5. because the way the physics engine works is a little weird. So for you, Violet, because it said that you had rolled the 5. I rolled a 15 and a 19 respectively. So you will take the high roll. You'll take the 18 because
Let's go.
that's a messed up cocked
Unnatural
roll.
20.
Yeah, that's a
That
messed up
is
cocked
so
roll, man.
bad.
I was like, woof. Okay, let me check something real fast. I'm just gonna
Fuck you,
So-
D&D Beyond.
Unnatural 20, baby. Let's go.
let's go. Okay, so
That's what we were looking for.
So a dirty 20, a 22, and a 13. Okay, so
Yep.
You all, did I find it? No, I didn't. Fuck. I'm getting so close. I swear to God. Forgive me. um, you as you guys make your way through, and you begin to look a little bit closer. You start to notice that this warband, um, uh, it's filled with different races, like I said. So you've got you've got a couple of Leonins, you have a couple of orcs here and there. You notice that that a bunch of hobgoblins are currently resetting the pyre. And then you also notice that there are and you'll also notice that as you make your approach, you'll hear the sounds of like jovial cackling, and you'll notice that there is kobolds and goblins coming out of the cave, and they appear to be covered in some sort of grime, and they appear to be carrying around packs of like loose materials with them.
Those hobgoblins, do they look like the group that ambushed us? Like, do they look similar?
They do. They look quite similar.
Oh no. We let 2 escape. uh
Okay.
How many is this warband?
20 tents and let's see,
A lot.
a lot, yes.
oh,
Too much to take on as 3.
Correct.
Okay, we've just got to stall until Squorb gets here.
vamp, vamp.
Vamp, 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 vamp. Okay, so I found the item.
No,
I'm going to just quickly add it into Visper's inventory. I knew it was in there. I just don't know if do I even have it. It's the thing. No. Darn. So it doesn't even matter.
I mean, I do have some good AoE. And of course, Visper is our AoE specialist.
Yep. I have 1 AoE that I can do once a day.
Right.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy paste the whole thing.
Visper. I am forming a plan here. Do you think we could borrow a couple goblins?
Definitely. That should be no problem.
That
That spoke.
isn't that kind of
volume.
flashy?
Spoke so much volume.
High risk, high reward.
I mean, could we find like an isolated spot where they probably wouldn't see us? Like we're still like fairly far out.
Yeah, you guys are about 150 feet out, and I told you that
And
the
above
camp-
them still, right?
No, you had to come down in order to get closer.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, it's not like we're on a time limit.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, just let them build the pyre and figure out what that's going on, and that'll be a good distraction probably, and we can just be like, hey, we just came in. If we get caught, we're here for the festivities. Listen, plan making is not my strong suit.
I'm not sure they'll believe us there.
Okay.
I mean, I could say I tracked the hobgoblins that ambushed us, and we would like to join because they seemed like a good crew.
All right, Vesper.
That won't
I don't
work.
know
All right, Vesper. I
if
just put
did
in an
they
item in your
see
inventory.
did they see us in good detail, or we wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know.
Well, Squarb was one-on-one with one of the hobgoblins that ran away.
Right. And I was the one
Made
that
sure there
like
was no survivors.
yeah. So they would have remembered you because you made a very striking impression.
Yeah.
They probably would also remember me because I was the one that initially scared them away.
Yeah, you
A
kind of
little.
cratered 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't think just going in as us is going to be incredibly helpful.
Nah, I mean, you never know.
I mean,
Melly
I
takes
could
out
get
her wolf
in.
mask and puts it on.
You never know.
I could pretty easily get in just by myself. The problem is you two. Getting you two in.
Well, I have a mask on now. We're fine.
Yep. COVID safe and ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID safe.
Hmm. Oh, I was shifted when they saw me, though, when I decimated them.
Facts.
Oh yeah. How significantly different do you look?
I grow like, let's hold on. I think I'm 6 foot now. I go to like 6'8", and I get like beefier and like way more bestial. Like I
Hmm,
turn into like werewolf almost.
right. So all you might need is a different set of clothes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. In that case, Visper is our top issue here.
Yes, the beacon.
I mean, we could go with prisoner plan. The two of us
Prisoner plan would
captured
work.
a wandering
A wandering
merchant.
fae. You could just say somebody from the Fey realm who got transported in the middle of the desert. We found her.
Yeah.
I will say, Visper, in your inventory, you should have a new item in your equipment I gave you. I don't actually have the book, so I can't give you the actual item, so I had to custom make it. It's called Raven's Slumber. Go ahead and read through that at your leisure.
That sounds cool.
It's a very useful item for people who have pets.
Ah,
Oh.
I had to make sure I had the item, which sadly I didn't, which bugs me.
Right. So are we retconning that Bobbit is in our Pokeball here?
I never said he wasn't.
is it just like kind of an iron flask?
No, it's an actual. It's a locket. It's a black crystal made into a locket.
Oh, I see. Oh, Lumi doesn't see the item.
Yeah, I'm
Because
looking, and I
it-
refreshed.
it's in your equipment. It's not like it's a written in item, so you'll just have to look for it. Okay, let me see here. Did I not put it in there? Oh, interesting. It didn't save.
Oh,
Hmm. Alrighty, well, I'll just
Technical difficulties.
that's weird because it said it was
Part
there.
Uh-oh.
2.
So, reconsidering just killing them all, we have Bobbit.
We do have Bobbit.
My child.
Your distraction. I mean, they would stall them for a bit. Bobbit probably won't make it unless he's smart enough to run away.
Well, looking up Raven Slumber, not to be a metagamer, but
It's an item. It's not really meta if I'm giving you the item.
Fair.
yeah, but it's not my item. But I can still plan around the specific wording and rules lawyer my way out of this. So
Try it again.
Alright.
Raven Slumber as an item, as I'm reading it here. Its feature says if a companion creature granted to you by a class feature or a beast that you've tamed as a companion is reduced to 0 hit points while within 100 feet of you, it is immediately drawn into the pendant and stabilized.
Oh, that's nice.
So it literally is a Pokeball.
Oh, that's very nice.
I'm still not seeing it.
Alright, well, fuck me. I don't know what to do because it should be adding in, but it's not adding in.
Is it directly in your inventory?
I put it into her inventory, yeah, but it's not saving. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Strange. Well, can Visper just look it up?
No, because I don't have the item. I don't have the book.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
but
why I have to
can
custom
you put
add
it? Can you put it as a homebrew item and then Visper can look it up? Or
I mean, I could. It's just going to take me a bit. That's why I was just doing the custom item because it's faster.
yeah.
Fair.
Well, for now, here's a screenshot of the item in our Discord, and then we can just
I
move
was
on
just
for
gonna
now
DM
and
her.
figure that out
I was
later.
just gonna DM the item to her, like honestly.
Oh yeah, that also
I'm
works.
just gonna DM
Yeah.
you the whole
Yeah.
like thing. So. Okay. That's still
Anyway.
obnoxious, but
Anyway, that's probably not the best plan, but as a backup, that's pretty nice to have in our tool belt.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is a tough puzzle.
I'm thinking we go as prisoner. Prisoner plan.
into. Okay.
hold on, I gotta pull up everything. There it is. Okay, good. I'm back on page. Alright, we're back on the page. Okay, and
Woo.
okay. I should remind you, I only stated that there was a camp just to the right of the cave entrance.
Can we just get in the cave entrance without
Well, there's still guards
interacting with
posted.
the camp?
Yeah. There's still guards posted, so
Can I go? I am the spy and kill those guards.
you can certainly try.
I would like. I think this is a solo thing for me with the two of you looking out just in case.
Okay.
Well, so I try to stealth behind these guards and take them out one at a time.
Okay. I should note that they are patrolling because the cave entrance is huge.
They're patrolling.
Yes,
Okay.
they are constantly moving back and forth to cover the spaces that two people can't cover by themselves.
Right.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is there ever like a moment that they aren't watching each other's back?
I'll let you roll an investigation to see if you can find a moment. I'd say you guys are close
So
enough.
I roll investigation?
If you are doing this yourself, yes. And if you want, we can make it a group investigation to see if somebody catches something off about the patrol, and see what we can do from there.
Yeah, we get
13 on investigation.
Elk as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Okay. Respectable.
And I got a 7.
Ooh.
That's respectable, but it's better than a 1. Okay. Yeah, so you had a 13. Okay. I will say that as you are observing these individuals, you notice that they're not every time they rotate, they're not the same person every time. It seems that they have it seems that when they swap positions from end to end, they swap who's on patrol. And based on what you can tell, I would say this takes you about the better part of an hour of just observation while maintaining stealth. That's what you notice. But you notice that they're all like none of them are like the kobolds or the goblins that are walking in and out of the cave normally. It seems that these are like hobgoblins, orcs, leonins, like beefy looking dudes and gals just on patrol. Um, but they seem to rotate, and it looks like they have a rotation of about 3 people per end.
Hmm.
That is the shittiest job.
It is. Patrols suck.
Yeah. What I'm thinking right now is that I just go in on my own and scout out and try to find a way. A way to get you two in from closer up, because right now this seems relatively airtight. But
Okay.
we are
Don't forget
also
we have
far
the
away.
yeah, don't forget we have the earrings the Empress gave us that allow psychic communication.
Yes. With that, I will disguise self into a goblin.
Okay.
And I would like to try to sneak into the sort of crowd of goblins and kobolds, either entering or entering the
A la
cave.
Assassin's Creed style blending
Yeah.
in. Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a. So you don't need to worry about your disguise. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
I'll gladly take that. Two inspirations. Ah.
Okay, that
That's
turned
better.
a nat 1 into a 17.
Solid.
One of those is a little bit better than the other, I would say.
Solid. Yeah, just a little. Only a minor difference.
Yeah.
One of these things is not like the other.
Um,
These things does not belong.
All right, so yeah, so you walk over. Your your disguise is a little off, but not too off where people are just like, oh, that's just a goblin. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
like you managed to copy the armor just enough, but
Mhm.
it still looks like shit. So, but they look at you and they go, never mind, goblin, and they just kind of let you move in with the goblins and kobolds. Um, you speak Goblin, you speak Draconic, so you'll pick up on.
I speak Goblin.
Oh, you didn't speak Draconic. Okay, cool. So
No,
then
we only got one extra language.
copy. All right, so you speak Goblin, so you can pick up what the goblins are saying, but the Draconic from the kobolds you don't pick up. So in Goblin, they're saying things like, "You really think it's necessary for us to like start building traps all the way this far out?" You never know. I mean, it's better that we build the traps and know where everything's at than, where the cultists are gonna be. Yeah, about that. Do we really want to work for these guys? This is like a whole thing that they're having. Like, do we really want to work with these guys? They're paying good gold. Yeah. All right, but if any of those bugs come after me, I'm throwing you personally. All right. We talked about this about the zombies back north, and like, okay, we've had the zombie conversation before. Yes, it's not about who's faster; it's about who's the last one. Yes, we all know you would throw us all against the zombie horde when it happens, Frank. All right. as long as we're
Okay.
as long
The
as we're
Frank the Goblin.
yeah, Frank the Goblin.
returns.
It's like we all
Frank the
understand.
Hobgoblin, excuse you. Um. Okay, so they're mercs.
Yes.
And
As
is
you,
there a specific like leader of this pack that I can
it doesn't seem
suss
like it.
out?
It seems like they're just like a group, just kind of walking together and chatting while they're going to work to and from. But as you make your way into the cave, you'll get a better idea. This is a 20-foot wide open cave entrance, hence why they need
God.
people patrolling at all times.
Right.
And then, but as you enter, you'll hear the sounds of picks into stone, and the cackling of goblins and kobolds as they spew very profane jokes about their exploits or about each other. You'll see that there's very little light in this cave, except for the lights that were pre-established uh, when this tunnel was built. So you see some hanging lanterns along like the large walls and things of that nature. But other than that, no, it seems that they are modifying this cave with whatever they can get their hands on. So you see that there are these small tunnels that seem to go in from either like slightly off to the top right or top left of the tunnel, and they have like small like cubby holes where the goblins and kobolds can easily like walk in and out of. And it seems that kobolds and goblins that are coming out with like these large satchels, and one of them trips and falls, but you notice that they're bringing out rocks, um, and then you see another kobold kind of take his place as he's coming in with what appears to be sticks and things of that nature inside of it before they disappear into the darkness. You see some of the goblins appear to be digging what looks like a trench inside the cave, but they're kind of scattered. So there's like you got like one section of goblins that are digging like a 5 foot long trench in one spot, and then just like 10 feet away from them, further back into the cave, there's another 5 foot long stretch, and then like another 5 foot. You know, they just kind of like have this weird pattern going for it until it like it covers the entire length of the cave. So there's like four groups that are like building just slightly away from each other's like trenches.
Yeah, they're doing quarry stuff.
Effectively, yeah, but they're not. But it doesn't look like they're mining anything. It looks like they're setting up defenses.
Right. Is there any sort of like art that is that would be like coming in that someone could hide in kind of thing?
Uh, Besides the like goblin kobold tunnels that they've constructed off to the sides.
Yeah, something that would be conceivable for them to be taking into the cave instead of out of.
You'd have to travel a little bit deeper because you're just like I said, you're just following this group, and they seem to be going a little bit deeper into the cave. But that's what you initially see, and that's like the first like I'd say like 30-50 feet of just coming from the cave entrance. 30-50 feet. It's
Right.
just them like building like various defenses or like ambush holes, things of that nature.
Mhm.
But as you continue to go a little bit deeper, you notice that they have built a what's it called? Not a palisade, a wall. I'm just gonna go with a wall. They seem to have constructed a fortified wall, just deep enough to the cave that seems to bar anybody from entering or leaving, save for this large, save for these large like double-sided or this large double-door gate that they have. That they have these two large, what looks like trolls that have been decked out with armor and are rigged with a harness. And that when people need to come in or out, these two trolls will just walk towards the cave entrance and open the doors just enough for somebody to come in and out before they just walk back to their sitting post, and then they just sit there and the door closes.
Could I try and get into that, get through those doors? Just, walk with purpose kind of deal of like, if you are walking confidently and you look like you're supposed to be somewhere, then
Right.
people normally just
Right.
Find a ladder.
Yeah.
Find a ladder.
yeah, find a ladder.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously So, there is a You'll notice, because everybody's kind of your group is starting to slowly disperse to go to their specific workspaces. But you'll notice that as they disperse, they're going to their like the little goblin holes and kobold tunnels and stuff of that nature. You notice that on this giant like gate, you don't see ladders, but you do see like the few goblins that you were traveling with are um are going into the tunnel, and it seems that it comes out at the top of the gate.
Hmm. Interesting. I'll follow the goblin path then and go through a tunnel to get on top.
All right, cool. Do you have dark vision? I don't remember.
Nope.
Ah,
Oh boy.
this will make things interesting.
I'm also gonna pipe in on the earring because I just thought of this. If you find like armor that's my size and you can somehow get it out, that'd be a good idea too.
How do you feel about troll armor? Or not
That's a
troll.
bit big for me.
Were they trolls or ogres?
Trolls.
Trolls. Oh, okay.
Trolls. These are big guys.
That's a big for me.
Yeah, in that case, we'll see.
Okay.
And I will point out, like, these are not like the gangly like swamp trolls that you find in the DMG. These are mountain trolls. These are like these big burly things that are effective. They're almost like giants by comparison to other trolls. Like,
yeah, that's what
Ugh.
my head image was.
yeah, like the like tree trunks for arms, but and like bulbous, like rotund, like heavy drinker, like beer gut bellies.
Yep.
They walk more like gorillas than humanoids because of how forward leaning they are.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm kind of just heading deeper, looking for some sort of authority figure.
Okay. Um. So you're going into a goblin tunnel when you don't have dark
Yes.
vision.
Yes.
I'm going to have you roll. The tricky part with these kind of races, right, is that they're very known for their tunneling. So what I'm going to have you do is I want to have you roll a d4.
I will say, um, could I use prestidigitation to give me a small amount of light? Not much, but like a clicker flashlight.
Okay, so if you are I see, that's what happened. So the thing is that because none of the goblins were carrying any sort of light source with them,
Mhm.
that flash of light uh has a potential to give away your stealth. So
Okay.
if you
In
want
that
to
case,
risk your stealth,
no.
yeah, that's why I'm saying roll a d4, because you'll notice that this tunnel seems to diverge, or at least you can feel it, but you don't know which way's the right way to get up.
Right. So that is a 1
Okay.
on the 4 on the
Okay.
deed 4.
So you decide that, you know what, there's nothing wrong with continuing forward.
Mhm.
And so you continue to move forward. You have to feel your way out, but for the most part, pretty good about it because the goblins only separated just enough, but they're still in small clusters, like 2-3 goblins apiece, and you're part of one of those 2-3 goblin groups.
Right. Okay.
So you managed to follow them, and on a 1, you travel for what feels like 10-20 minutes, right? And as you come out, you are assaulted by a blasting heat, as if you walked into a furnace almost. As you step out into the
Yeah.
light, you notice that there seems to be, this looks like a goblin forging kiln setup. It seems that they have a small little like smithy area for goblin arms to be quickly repaired and whatnot here, and that's where you ended up.
Hmm. Okay, I'm trying to think. Uh,
This is a one way in, one way out tunnel, by the way. So like you can go back if you want and
and try again.
and try again, and then on a 1, I'll just make you re-roll.
Yeah. Uh, how like elaborate is this forge? Just
It's
out of
not.
curiosity.
It's not.
not?
It's like
Got
so
it.
it's like they set up like it's more like a repair station than a forge. They just have a forge in place so that way they can re-smelt the metal.
Got it. Okay. I can't think of anything interesting to find in
Yeah,
here.
you see that the goblins that you were traveling with, they they grab like some rusted pieces of metal, maybe like, and then they begin to like take off like the spear tips of some old spears that they had lying around, and they begin to put them in a crucible and begin to like reheat them so that they can reforge the rusted metal into something else.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out and go back through the tunnel.
Yeah, they don't notice you at all.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, about 10-20 minutes later, you make your way back to what you feel to be the fork in the road. You can go ahead and roll a d4, and if you roll a 1, re-roll.
3.
Cool. So on a 3, there's nobody to guide you this time around, but you go ahead and you're like, you know what, I feel like this is the right direction. So as you continue, you start to feel a slight elevation. Like you know how like when you walk a hill you can tell that your legs are
Yeah.
getting more tired and stuff like that. You can feel like the way your foot slants ever so slightly as you
Mhm.
go up a hill. That's what you're feeling. So it feels like you're ascending, which is a good sign.
Good sign. That's what I was looking
Yeah,
for.
it's a solid sign. Um,
Yeah,
and then
baby.
as you're using your hand to guide you to where the wall is, you begin to notice that the wall continues to curve, and it feels like you're on like a spiral staircase of just repurposed earth until eventually you come out and you see like these guards that are posted at the top of this of the gate that you were standing upon, and then as you step out you'll notice that you are on top of that giant gate with the troll with the troll pulleys.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
And you'll notice about at the very end of the wall is another hole where goblins and kobolds are swapping guards and things of that nature, and then going back down into the dark tunnels.
Okay. So that's on the other side of the gate. It's just more tunnels.
Yeah, it's just another tunnel that leads back down and potentially into other spaces as well.
It's very maze-like, and I'm feeling like I'm not getting super far.
Yeah, so you're about
Especially like on my own.
yeah, you are about 150 feet into this cave.
Okay.
So reasonably, you've gone pretty deep. It's just it's overly complex because the goblins and kobolds are working on it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and head out of the cave. Um.
I'm gonna say because you've already walked 2 out of the 4 paths, it's easy to figure out which one is the singular path that led out.
Yeah.
So you're
Um.
clean. I'm not making you roll for
So yeah,
that.
I
You're
want to
good.
get out of the cave, and I want to investigate the warband outside.
Okay, cool. Easy enough. So as you step out of the cave and you make your way through, you see that the passing guards just give you a knowing nod of acknowledgement before you make your way to the camp. As you make your way into the camp, you can hear the sound of shouting as you see a group of orcs, hobgoblins, and leonins are appear to be doing a marching line, except they're just jogging. So like you know how military, you'll see them just
Right.
jogging around the camp. They're doing that, and
Right.
they're just shouting like a I guess like a chant to keep them in single file order. Um,
Got it.
yeah. I don't
Hut,
know
hut,
what
hut,
I've been
hut.
told. Yeah, exactly. Gary's mom says my cold bold. Okay, so yeah, but as you're walking through, like obviously the big thing that you'll notice is the still incomplete pyre. I would say you've been here for the better part of maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours now. So the pyre is growing. It was like at 6 feet when I told you guys when you were 300 feet out. It's now growing to about 7 feet, and that's with proper construction. You see, the hobgoblins have been climbing up and down, and they have like ladders to help move lumber around and set it up in place. Um, you could probably estimate that this is probably going to be like a 10-foot pyre by the end of it. Um,
Okay.
as you begin to walk around, you'll hear the sound of clanging hammers into metal. As you will now see that there's a proper forge, and a quartermaster is appears to be working on bringing pulling out some dents and some armor, straightening out blades. You hear the sound of grindstones, and you can see that multiple people are like putting blades to grindstones, or they're using their own whetstones, and they're just keeping their blades sharp. It seems like this is a more organized mercenary band than what you're used to.
Hmm.
Um, and then you'll see past the pyre, you'll see these 3 large tents interconnected by these large tarps that go over them to create a pseudo hallway. Uh, and you'll notice that there are these 3 more well dressed individuals in each of the tents. There's one orc, and then there is a Leonin in the tent on the left, and then there's a hobgoblin in the tent on the right, and they are all, um, they all seem to look like I guess if you were to put this into military terms, they seem to be like the commanding officers of the camp, given the
Right.
the gaudiness of the large tents. Uh, and people will like rush in, give them something, either a verbal report or like a piece of paper, and then they will make an assessment, and then they send them off, and then you'll just see like a random soldier just or like a random merc just kind of like run out and relay that information to somebody.
Got it. Okay. We haven't. I've gotten no clues about where Serena's core is throughout
Thus
this
far, yes.
thus far.
But
Okay.
you have a better assessment of what you are up against.
What we are up against, right? Um. I would like to find like an isolated spot and begin to write a letter. Um. basically saying uh, that we have an offer to uh, for to buy you out against these cultists. If you would like to hear us out, uh, please come to X spot at midnight uh, with uh, I don't know, with like 3 guards or something like that, like enough to enough to make it feel like we aren't this is a genuine offer and not a ambush. You're allowed to bring guards, though. Um, or we encourage you bring guards. And I would like to, right?
Are you trained in a forgery kit?
In a forgery kit. I am not.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily trying to forge anything. I'm just writing a letter. I'm not trying to fake anything necessarily.
Okay. Um, and who is the prospective buyer or the client?
The client is going to be these mercs.
No, no, no. You. Who are you
Oh,
writing as the respective client?
right.
That's why I asked for a forgery kit. If you have proficiency in
Right.
it.
The uh what's our title within Blasvatan? Are we just investigators of royal investigators of Blasvatan or something?
Officially, you do not have a title,
Right.
but you are contracted by the Merchant Prince of Blasvatan to investigate
Right.
on her behalf.
Right. So yeah, I'll write on behalf of the Merchant Prince of Blasvatan.
Okay.
And I would like to uh sort of like wrap it up as a thing, and I would like to kind of just place it in a spot where someone will notice it eventually and deliver it to the leaders, or
Okay.
even
Or even.
no, yeah, I'll uh pass it off to a goblin coming out of the cave as uh order um for the what are they called? The leaders? I don't know. Order for the Leonin. Uh deliver it, please. Deliver it. And then I'll um walk with purpose away to look as if I'm gonna do something else.
Okay, where are you where you're walking away from? Like, are you going out of the camp, or are you just going back into the
Um
cave? Or...
I'm gonna try to I'm kind of trying to roundaboutly get out of camp now.
Okay, yeah, you
So
can easily do
yeah,
that. Yeah, I just
yeah,
need to know where you were going, so that way I can be like, how far do I need to go? Like,
yeah.
okay, cool. So yeah, so you make your way back to your companions. Um, at which point you can deglamour if you wish.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
no luck
We're
finding that armor, huh?
no. Oh, I'm sure we can plunder some later if things go badly. But I have sent a um letter to the uh to the leaders of that war band, requesting that they meet us for a counter offer tonight, out at relatively far away from the camp. Now
Yeah.
we lie in wait and see uh, if they bite.
Okay. What what are we offering? Or is this like ambush and kill?
That's what we decide now.
Ah.
Yeah, you guys got hours to come up with this strategy.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, I'm always a fan of killing, but if they're like the generals,
Mhm.
it's I don't know how tough they're gonna be. I mean, we don't. Did you see what they are? Or are they like Hobgoblin, Leonin?
One hobgoblin leader, one leonin leader, one orc leader. It's uh,
Triumvirate.
a set of 3 leaders. I doubt all 3 of them will come. So it's not like we can take them out in one swift.
Yeah. I mean, I've sparred against Leonin before. They're tough. I know about orcs. They're tough. Hobgoblin would be preferable, but
They're still tough. Don't think of them as just goblins.
I know, but I'd still rather fight a hobgoblin than the other options.
Yeah. Um well, I'm going to leave this up to you two because I need to step away for a minute.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, Vesper, what do you think?
Uh, if it if push comes to shove, I guess murder is okay.
All right.
Like
Um,
like in a bad situation, it's like a really bad situation that maybe, but
my
To find a good
concern.
situation for murder, like
Oh, there's plenty. My concern is that if we do attack, if they do have guards with them, they'll probably have a war horn on them.
mm,
And if they have a war horn on them, then we very quickly are going to die
so
or
want
get
to go this
captured and then strung up to the pyre and die or
maybe we can
sacrificed.
go maybe we can go this as a civil route, like acting.
I mean,
Each of us have our roles, okay? Um I could be the hostage
well,
and
no, if if we're doing this as a hey, we want to make an offer, you actually are perfect for that.
I am.
Now that I think about that, you're Visper. Look at you. You were in a very shiny dress. You're you're very royalty looking.
oh yeah, that
You
is right. You are
I
wearing
am
basically
royalty.
you are basically wearing like a sequin emerald dress. Yeah, I
like
that's a
I mean,
thing.
I have gives me some armor, so there's that.
like my point is you can be a dignitary.
Gotcha.
I the the issue I'm having is what do we have to offer? right now because they're gonna expect something in shows of like, oh, they do mean business.
What would they want? Because I think I have something in my little pouch that I might be able to use.
Something monetary.
Monetary? Alright. Let me dig in my pouch real quick. You just see me fumble through a whole bunch of stuff in there. Oh, alright. I have like one small piece of jewelry.
Okay. I like the spirit, but it might take a little more than just that.
Ah. Let's see what else
Like
I
how
have.
how valuable is that piece of jewelry?
Um, this is like out of character for a sec, but in my inventory, it says a small piece of jewelry worth 10 GP in the style of your homeland's craftsmanship.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not worth very much at all.
That's 10 gold pieces worth of jewelry, honey.
That's not a lot. Okay, all right, cool. I have a question about the Empress earring.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. What's
Welcome
I mean,
back.
I have money. If they
So,
want money, I'll give it to them.
so with the Empress earring,
Mm-hmm.
is it a mile range for even talking to the Empress of Blasphatan or the Merchant Prince of Blasphatan, or is it like that's restricted the party and we have unlimited range to get to them?
You can speak to the merchant prince from any distance as long as it's within Abu Kanasta's borders.
Are we technically in the borders?
The moment you enter that cave, you are no longer within Abu Kanastan borders.
We are not in the cave. We're good. All right.
There you go. The Dragonspine Mountains is the border of Abu Kanasta.
Yep. All right. All right. So
But that's only for the merchant prince. You guys have an effective range of a mile.
Yep.
Yep.
No, I
but
know.
we need to communicate with the merchant prince right now, right?
Yep.
Because I did promise something that I did not know if I had.
Yep. I mean, we have the writs that say we can act on behalf. So that's good. But we probably should talk this over.
If we're spending her money, yeah.
This is fantastic.
So I am going to deep breath. I can do this. Hey, Merchant Prince. This is Millennia. The one of the investigators.
You get a message back,
Okay.
and she goes, "What have you to report?"
We are currently at the one second, I have to pull up the map again. The Northwest Trade Tunnel at the Dragonspine Mountains. And then I'll pause to send that message.
All right.
There is a very large war band of goblins, leonins, hobgoblins, orcs, who are, it seems like, being paid by the cultists. Pause and send.
Okay. Let's. What do you need of me?
We have a plan of we might be able to buy out the warband.
I have to remember, is sending the 25 word limit one or is it the other spell?
I don't know. That's
Sending
why
is
I was
25-word limit.
Oof, good thing you've been pausing.
Yep.
Good thing you've been pausing.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, what is your stratagem?
So we left saying
Now I
they're
gotta
like,
keep you. Now I gotta make sure you're keeping track of your numbers.
yep. We left a letter in their camp under disguise, stating that the merchant prince would like to make an offer
That was
to, and that pause, send, and then
that was just under 25. You were cutting it thin.
yep.
That is.
I mean, when it's resourceless, then yeah.
That's so good. I love this spell so much. um, she okay. You get a very long pause.
Yep.
How much do you need?
Enough for a good faith payment, but I don't know how much that is.
We'll get back to you.
Because yep, and pause, send. And then I'm immediately gonna start talking again, hopefully catching it before she replies.
Okay.
We are meeting them, I think, tonight if they find the letter and send.
Where are you meeting them?
We are currently at the camp. Just outside of it.
Okay.
And then another message. We have the paperwork that says we can act in your stead. We can just say. We can just. Yeah, fuck. That we are representatives. Engage their interest.
Do that. And
Cool.
okay. Once hard numbers are established, contact me again.
Understood.
That went well, I think.
Yeah. Yep. I hate sending.
I love this spell. Just the most awkward form of phone tag ever, and I love it.
So, just as we're gonna use our writs and be like, hey, we have authorization. How much would it take?
Okay.
Great. Sounds awesome.
Yep.
So funny. Yeah, the reason why I'm being very specific on where you're meeting them is because I don't have a point of reference to work with.
Right.
Neither do we.
You have a map?
Yeah.
Well, we're meeting them in the mountains, but not too far away that it's like it has to be within the
Right.
amount of time it would take to journey
Well,
to
I figured you
midnight.
had I figured you had a landmark in mind, so that's why I was like, okay.
Not really.
Did I?
Near the trade tunnel, like
Well, I think didn't you say that it was going to be outside the camp?
It was going to be outside the camp, but that's about as much information as I'm able to get. That's why I was laughing, because I'm like, I don't. That could be anywhere.
Yeah. So I guess what we can do is just
I
stand out
in
at the
world
ready. Yeah.
I gave a specific location. I don't know where that is outside.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I see. I see. Okay.
So we'll wait at that area and then. Okay.
Certainly. Um. Here's what I'll do. You guys
Always a
aren't.
good sign when the
You,
DM
you
says that.
you aren't crunching for time,
Yep.
so I'm going to make the executive decision
Okay.
that the location that you chose was a neutral ground to really sell your proposition.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys are going to the Northwest Trade Checkpoint, which is just southeast of your current location.
Okay.
And it's less than a day's journey by bird.
Perfect.
Oh, cool.
So, you guys can backpedal to the checkpoint and kind of really get your story straight.
Yeah, don't make me talk.
And then that's gonna be like the rest of your day is just traveling there, which, like I said, takes maybe like an hour or two by bird.
Right.
And then you guys will get your story straight. If you guys want to do anything, because you have until midnight, it's barely midday, so uh, you have time to like get your story straight, come up with disguises if you want disguises, what have you. Figure out a spot to like have this meeting at more proper, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the checkpoint like a small like settlement or is it?
It's a trading outpost. Like, yeah, so it
Oh,
is
gotcha.
it is in and of itself a settlement. It is a like an intermediary point from, it's like the last part or the last spot of Albuquerque that you can get to before you go into the tunnels and go into the continent.
Gotcha. Is there like a tavern?
Yeah, yes there is.
Okay. We could probably talk to them and be like, "Hey, can we like have the place to do this meeting?"
Yeah, the tavern keeper goes, yeah, that's normal. Would you like one of the tables upstairs, or would you like it down here on the ground floor, or?
Preferably the more away-ish from everyone.
Okay, yep, we can set up a table and have it reserved for you upstairs if you'd like. And then we'll make sure that that's good. How many people will be attending, do you think?
Us three, at least one of the generals, and I'll say like let's party of 8.
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay, yeah, okay, 8. Yeah, certainly we will we'll have that ready to go. And what's the time of your meeting?
Midnight.
Oh, you're going late. Okay. Yeah, certainly. Good thing the tavern doesn't technically close. All right, cool. Uh, we will have that squared away for you, and then we'll have one of the maidens get you up there. All right. When the time is
Wonderful.
when the time of your arrival is right. In the meantime, would you also like to rent a room or get something to eat or drink or?
I'm fine.
Oh. Whisper, let's get some food.
Yeah, if y'all want good food,
Yeah.
I get it, but I'll be good.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. I recommend the cactus steak.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm recommending right now, and then you. But yeah, feel free. Here are the menus, and he just kind of hands you like like the slip of paper, and then pick any table you like.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go grab a table like near the back ish.
Like for the sum total cost of like a gold, you both can eat well.
Awesome. I will pay that. Okay. Okay. We got a meeting place set up. We hopefully they will be here.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Was there anything else you would like to do to prep for this meeting before I play the song of rapid time?
I mean, we got our dignitary. Glances to Visper.
Yeah, I
Um,
think we're relatively good.
Visper, are you ready for this?
yeah,
Okay. You know the game plan, right?
definitely. Yes, I definitely know the game plan.
Okay.
You feel a divine presence pull out a handkerchief and just start patting their brow. Like, whoo, okay. This can only go so well. Okay, so song of fast forward. We are going
Yep.
to
Beeble, beeble, beeble.
you guys are sitting at the table that was reserved for you. A large pitcher of water and what looks to be eight very well cleaned glasses that are empty sit around this large combination of like two tables slammed together. Um, uh, you hear the doors swing open, and as you look
Actually,
down,
could we have some wine for the table?
a bottle of wine is also presented at the table. It it's not chilled, but it is good. uh, and you see the doors swing open, and you look down. Violet, you do not see any of the commanding officers, but you do see you do see three Leonins side by side step in, followed by two hobgoblins.
Okay.
And they are all dressed the same as the mercs that you saw over by the cave. The one of the head Leonin, he's got this he has these braids in his mane that kind of keep it more tame, and then he has this scar that goes across his snout, just below his eye line. And he speaks to the barkeep, and the barkeep points upstairs towards you guys, and then he simply nods, puts down a coin, a gold coin for the trouble, and then all five of them begin to make their way up the stairs and approach you.
Great.
What would you three like to do as they make their approach?
So I think Visper should sit in kind of the middle, and then Violet and I are off to the sides
Okay, to either side of
of
her.
her. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
it's like she's being presented as the main talker.
Copy.
Yes, great choice having me as the main talker.
You are the one who looks the most official.
her
I am not official at all, but we'll see how it
You're a
goes.
princess.
her emerald
But
sequins.
still,
Yeah, her emerald sequins glisten just ever so slightly against the candlelight. um, uh, the as the little entourage makes their approach, they begin to like scan all three of you before the head Leonin speaks. Are you the representatives for Blasvitan, I take it?
Yes.
Good. And then he takes his seat directly across from you, Visper, while the others you have the two Leonins on either side of him, and then the two hobgoblins at the very ends of the table, and they all sit down on one side. So, what is this offer you have for our mercenary company?
We want to buy you.
Okay, quick.
So quick thing about this scene. Violet is going to be psychically talking in Visper's ear sometimes.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. I was gonna say, I'm like,
Also,
this is why I gave you guys as much time as possible to come up with your
Yep.
plan.
quick. Out of game thing, real quick. I kind of forgot the plan.
Oh,
We're buying them out.
All right, we're buying them out.
we are being represented, or we are the representatives of the Merchant Prince of Blasphatan. We want to know how much it would take to buy them out.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ow.
And as this meeting's going on, I'm gonna just kind of do a overall judgment of
Vibe
the
checks.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, insight check.
Yep.
Cool. You can do the initial insight check, and
'Kay,
then we can go from there.
all right. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They appear to be here for business. It's completely there's no hostility seems to be presented. It just seems like these guys were chosen as the envoys for
Representatives.
yeah. These are the envoys for the group.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right, so what is this offer you have for us?
Well, me and my group have decided to to know how much it would cost to possibly buy y'all out.
For how long?
Well,
Uh,
we don't necessarily want them. We just want them to stop working for the cultists.
So 1 year.
A
A
year.
no, a flat
Oh,
sum to stop working with the cultists.
All right. Um, we will give you a flat sum to stop working with the cultists.
The moment you mention the word cultist, they all look at each other. They give each other glances, and then they look back to you, and they go. And the main Leonin, he speaks, and he goes, "That's a lot of money you're bringing down to stop an ongoing contract."
Mm. I have a feeling it'll be worth it, though.
Oh, we're worth every coin. But it's a lot of coin being exchanged to stop a contract this big.
How much are we talking?
And he looks over to the hobgoblin on the right, and he pulls out what looks to be a slip of paper, and he just hands it over. And he goes, he just puts it on the table, and he slides and he scribbles something on it before he slides it over. You can read that the amount of gold that they are being paid for is 20,000 gold pieces for them to stand there.
a lot of money. Mm.
Is that total
That's what they are being charged for that contract.
for
Is
that
to
contract to be outside the cave? Okay.
yeah, for what they are doing at the cave currently, it is for what he understands, it is 20,000 gold coins.
Okay. Visper, you keep talking to them. I will send to the prince. They are currently oh no, I need to count.
Yep. You
Okay.
see Millennia physically just relax a bit.
Shoulders slack.
Okay. They are
I don't count so you're good.
no. Yeah, sorry. They are being paid 20K. How many is that? I'm at 10. Right?
I counted 6 because I don't
6.
count
I'm at
ums.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
no, yeah. So they're being paid 20K. How realistic is 30 Violet?
say 11. You get back. I know who's talking.
Right.
30,000 gold pieces. Is that correct?
Yes.
One moment, please. Just because they're rich doesn't mean they're not stingy.
No, we get that.
Makes sense.
This is the best option we have, though.
All right. Here's what I'm going to have you three do.
Oh no.
I'm going to just have you roll 3d20s. Each of you roll a d20.
Okay.
I rolled 3 myself to make it fair.
11.
Your goal is to try to beat me.
11.
So is that 2 11s?
Mhm.
Yes. This Uh-oh.
Me?
Hmm?
Roll a d20.
All right.
Can we get
20,
3 11s in a
baby.
row?
Okay.
Oh my
Good
god.
boy.
Okay,
That was a
I'm good.
5.
Okay. She comes back and she goes, "Is there any way you can negotiate a lower price?"
We'll see.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a fucking 3-way negotiation, and we're the middleman.
Yeah, this sucks.
Okay,
Ugh.
what else do we have to offer instead?
Well, I mean, we have to beat the 20.
We have to beat the 20, or we have to offer something to in addition to the 20 that is valuable in other ways than gold.
Hmm. I'm trying to think.
What about God, I have to count this too. Um what about the 20 and then uh work as trade route guards for the foreseeable future and baseline pay for that.
That was like 21 words, I think, if I counted correctly.
I am so good at this.
I like not including the I think that was like 21 words, like almost on the dot. I might have given you an additional word. I might have taken one away. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere in the ballpark of 21 or 20. Hey, but it's 125. That's what's important. So is that the message that you relay to the Merchant Prince?
Yes, that's what I can think of.
Okay. I'm going to treat this as a group persuasion check.
Cool. Hey, guess who has a +0? Hey, I got a 16.
16. I'm sorry. What was that, Lumi?
I got a 12.
12.
22.
22.
Let's go, Violet.
Wow. Okay. It's pretty high.
Violet's got
numbers.
persuasion.
That's true. Persuasion and intimidation. So it was 16, 12, 22. You beat all three of my rolls. So the Merchant Prince comes back. These terms are acceptable if they have a counter offer. Let me know.
Will do.
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want me to speak up about this?
Visper's our talker.
Yeah, all right. So, Visper,
Yes.
the offer is 20K.
Match their
and
20K plus a lucrative job with Blasvatan.
as
A lucrative ongoing job.
as trade route guards.
Oh, 20K max plus a lucrative job at Blasphatan. That's it.
Basically.
All right.
Match, not max.
Not max?
No, you're matching
Match.
them. That's what they're saying.
Oh, match.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Can you imagine? That's like you're only getting 20,000 gold, and then and then from then on, indentured labor. So
All right. So we have an offer. 20K max plus a lucrative job at Blasphatan. How do you say about that?
As trade route guards.
As trade route guard.
there it is. So they were gonna ask, "What's the job?"
An easy and well-paying job.
An easy and well-paid job. Can't get much better than that, can it?
They begin to like look at each other, glancing. Go ahead and roll me another insight check if you would.
Alrighty.
Get your vibe check.
Not as great this time, 14.
They look like they're considering the offer.
Okay.
Because having a contract with any of the Merchant Princes is an enticing offer. Then the head Leonin perks up and goes, "We'll still maintain our autonomy. We're not going to be part of the Scotter Aldine."
Yes.
That goes without saying.
Never can be too
Yes.
careful with these sorts of things.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I will quickly confirm that with the Merchant Prince, but I don't doubt the answer is yes.
Okay. And what are the terms of the contract?
That can be worked out.
Those are negotiable.
Yep.
You see the two hobgoblins on either side get up, and then they walk behind the three Leonins, and they begin to whisper, and then the Leonin leans back to kind of pick up what they're saying. Before
During that, I would like to, with
Yeah.
the Merchant Prince,
yeah, absolutely.
basically say, they are asking for terms of contract. We said they are negotiable. Does that work? It was 15.
Oh, I have so much anxiety right now.
Sending. My fucking favorite spell. I'll need some time to write up the contract, but negotiable terms are acceptable.
Roger, Roger. Okay.
Gonna relay that to them.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As you finish your call, the hobgoblins finish whispering into the Leonin's ears, and he lets out a heavy sigh. His shoulders slack, and he takes his massive claw and just begins to rub the temple, like right above where his scar is on his snout, or like just where the bridge of his snout is. That's what I meant to say, not his temple, the bridge of his
Right.
snout. And then he goes, "Okay." With the contract being negotiable, and you're willing to match our pay currently, we'll have to send a messenger to our COs to see if we can get this deal finalized, but if you are willing to wait here for a few hours, we can get that information back to you, probably by the morning. Sound good?
Sounds
Very
good
well.
to us.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he gets up. Ladies, pleasure doing business, and you should be hearing from us shortly.
Have a good night.
You as well. And then they all get up, push their chairs in like gentlemen, and then y'all motherfuckers gotta start putting your damn chairs away at the restaurants. It's irritating. And then they make their way out of the tavern, with one of the hobgoblins walking over and dropping in 2 more gold coins for the trouble before walking out.
Holy shit.
That was definitely something.
Oh, we avoided so much issues.
See, everything's fine.
Good job, Whisper.
Yay! I'm surprised I
Uh.
didn't end up in flames.
Me too.
And once this is finalized and stuff, they'll probably start moving out of the cave and stuff, and then we can go search for Serena's core.
Finally.
Go ahead and take your long rest.
I am grabbing that bottle of wine.
Just the whole bottle to mouth.
I am.
I mean, I
Pretty
assume during our negotiations, it
Oh yeah,
was,
water and wine was
there was
exchanged.
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
drinking, but not the whole bottle. Maybe.
It was more like a courtesy thing. Like you poured bottles
Yeah.
of wine, or you poured the bottle of wine out for everybody, but it was more like a courtesy. Realistically, only the 2 Leonins to the side even took a sip of their drinks. The hobgoblins and the main Leonin didn't do it at all, but they did appreciate the courtesy. Whether or not you guys drink all your wine is a different story, but yeah, there's still a good solid half a bottle of wine left over. Hi, Meepus.
I am de-stressing with it.
Yeah. But yeah, take your long rests. Get your hit points back. Get your spell slots back if you burned any spell slots, and then the the next morning dawns, and you. I assumed you guys stayed here for the night.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, perfect. So, go ahead and deduct just another gold coin for the night because it's really cheap to stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, so just deduct another gold coin for the night, and then the next morning, as you guys are sitting in the tavern having breakfast, you hear the door swing open once more, and you see that a new group of mercenaries, still dressed the same as the ones you were negotiating with, has arrived. This time you see two hobgoblins, and you see an orc who's leading them step through. And they begin to look around before they just walk over to the bar, and you hear them say, "Hey, are the representatives from Blasvotan still here?" To which the barkeep perks up and says, "Oh, yes, they are." And then he points directly to you three eating breakfast.
Just half wave.
Yeah, yeah, and
Oh, I could have waited a moment. I mean, I'm not eating anything.
yeah,
I'm just
uh,
sitting there, but
Like I have a strip of meat just hanging out of my mouth a little bit.
little steak and eggs in the morning, good old
Yep.
breakfast. I appreciate it. Oh, I needed that stretch. Thank you, Meepus. Stretch and hydrate. So, so yeah, so they go. Sorry to catch you all in the middle of a meal, but if you have time, we'd like to continue our discussions from last night.
I can speak with you for the moment, and these two can catch up when ready.
Whisper's hair is just all over the place. Hasn't had time to brush it. Her sequins are slightly
Visper's
misaligned.
mile-long hair.
Yeah.
Visper.
Yeah, she
What is Visper's morning routine?
an hour long time brushing her gossamer hair,
Ugh.
And then a whole bunch of hair gel.
and then why do you need hair gel? What
To
could
get
you?
the little bangs right.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you right. I thought that was just a natural thing you had, being Fae. You just naturally have like wavy hair. So
Faye invented hair gel.
Fae invented hair gel. It's actually Queen. It's just like Fae Queen Bee jelly with like extracts of various like well scented plants.
Yeah, it was something Queen
infused with
Titania came up with.
yeah, infused with like Fae magic and like I don't know, like and like a Naiad's tear or something crazy because of course the Fae.
They have a company named
But it looks
Fabon.
good in the end.
Fabon. Oh God, I'm okay with that. I was trying to come up with a really fun way, play on words for L'Oreal. Oh no, it's Fableine. Oh my God, it's
Oh,
Fableine.
yes. All right. Yep.
Faye and shoulders. That's a good one too. That's it. That's we're converting our session. We're converting our programming to a modern day setting where everything has to have random. God, that's just my Lasers and Liches campaign. Honestly, they made me come up with 6 different restaurants. And I'm like, well, we already have one. We have Taco Gog, which is the Chinese Mexican fusion restaurant. And then we came up with like 5 others that I can pull up, but we'll talk about that later. But just know that my world is literally just filled with pop culture references and poorly renamed like insert restaurants like habaneros as Chipotle's.
Fantasy Costco.
Fantasy Costco.
All your dreams come true.
True. All Barnes and Nobles, it's just barrel and bins. So yeah. So um so anyways, where was I kind of got lost. Oh yeah, so they sit down at a separate table with you, Violet, to discuss things. And they and the orc sits down with the two hobgoblins stand beside him, and he goes, "So, our leaders discussed it, and we have come to the decision that we are willing to accept the terms offered by the merchant prince of Blasphatan. We just need to iron out the details of the contract. Does she require us to travel there to meet her, or will she be sending a representative like yourselves to work out the contracts?"
I will forward that question to the merchant prince.
Okay. How do you word it?
Fuck. 1 second. I need to reply to Meepus being really funny in chat.
I know, Meebus is going off.
For
Cracker Barrel's just high elf barrel. Okay,
Yeah, no, that one's so good.
That one's pretty good.
Okay. So sending to Prince. How is contract going?
Was that the
Is
whole
there a
sentence?
draft? Negotiations through us or through
Representative.
you or representative?
You
Send.
all you hear is hold please. And it takes like maybe like 2 minutes, and you're just sitting there in awkward silence with the orc staring you down before before you get a message back. Okay, do me a favor.
Okay.
Duck. Just the
This
bar
just-
blows up.
Okay. Duck. Jesus. That's amazing.
Sorry.
Does Visper still have those magic circles in her bag?
I should.
She's asking Violet this.
I send the message to Visper.
I should.
Good. Pull one of
Yes.
those out.
Magic circle is here out of my bed.
All right. Cool. All right. Give it a minute. And as you place the magic circle on the
Yeah,
table,
1 moment.
Yeah.
I say out loud to the people.
Okay. You place the magic circle onto the table. It's just a small piece of parchment paper, maybe no bigger than a napkin. And they all look a little befuddled for a moment before the magic circle lights up, and then in a puff of smoke and bright light appears a scroll, 3 scrolls to be precise, that are bundled up, and it has the seal of the city of Blasphatan on it. And then you hear back on your earring. Make sure they read it over.
Okay, well, I have a draft of the contract here to for you to read over.
Oh, good. And they begin to unfurl it. So all 3 of them unfurl the scrolls and they begin to look it over. you see that one of the hobgoblins pulls out a pair of spectacles and puts it on the bridge of his elongated nose and just begins to read to themselves. If you would like, Violet, you can roll an insight check to see how they are perceiving the contract.
Also, you two can come up and join the conversation at any
Oh
time.
yeah. You
when
guys have
you're-
had enough time
Yeah.
to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I roll an insight check as well?
Absolutely. We
Mhm.
can do a group insight check if you'd like.
Fuck me, 13.
13.
10.
10.
Lemmy?
What are we rolling?
Insight.
Insight.
All right. And I 13.
All right, cool. They seem
Another
to
13.
they look pretty amicable. Like they seem to be really like you see the bespeckled hobgoblin kind of just like do that face where they're frowning, but it's not really a frown, but they're just like nodding their head up and down like, all right, all right. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the orc is doing his best to like skim through it, but also like look at the fine print, make sure nothing's out of order. And then you see the other hobgoblin begins to scroll or begins to roll up the scroll as if they had just finished reading it before placing it back down. It takes them like a solid like 3 or so minutes, maybe 5 minutes to kind of like glean over everything, talk things over, make sure that they like what they see, before they nod in approval and they all roll the scrolls back up and then place them on the table and they go, "This seems appropriate. This is just the draft."
Written by the Prince of Blasphatan. I'm sure she has much experience writing this kind of thing.
Okay, well, says that we can just have these signed and we'll be able to go. So, we'll take these to our COs, have them sign the contracts, and then I assume. You know what? Actually, since we don't really know, why don't you come with us, and then we'll have them sign it, and then you can send it back to her, and then we'll get a signed copy from her end, and then move from there. How's that?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. If you would just follow us. I can't believe you guys negotiated tactics out of my fucking encounters.
Fuck yeah.
So you guys.
Listen, I'm a politician at heart.
So you guys see a.
I'm kidding.
You see a cart. That has it looks to that has more of the mercenaries just sitting in the back, and then you see a goblin with a large brim hat is trying to keep the sun out of his eyes, is holding the reins to a couple of sunstriders, and they go up and back. And the orc even offers his hand to help those up into the back. Takes a couple hours even by Sunstrider to make it to the camp, but you guys are treated with respect as you are being escorted by the envoys to the CO's tent, where you see all three of them are in the central tent now, where they are waiting for you to arrive. And then you hear the clanking of armor shifting before they enter a salute pose with their right arm over their chest, and they stand at attention, and they go, "Commanders, we have brought the envoys of Blasphatan to finalize the contracts as you requested." The orc leader is sitting there, hands in a bridge, as he simply nods and then waves them away. To which they promptly nod, and then they separate and go back into the camp proper. Please have a seat and present the contracts to us.
Yeah, we do so.
Cool. You see that there are these three well upholstered chairs for you that you are all sitting on, and then you place the scrolls on the desk before you, and he passes each of them a scroll, and he pulls out the scroll himself. And then they sit down and begin to read over the contract themselves. Again, it takes them about 5 or so minutes just to make sure they're going through everything clearly. But they seem very pleased with the terms and conditions, the contract. Um, well, what do you two think? And he looks over to both the Leonin and the Hobgoblin commanders, and the Hobgoblin perks up. I like that we get to keep our autonomy at least, and it's guaranteed work, so our men won't be looking for work, and they're not going to starve anytime soon. Yeah, and the flat rate at the beginning kind of buys out our contract, so we can honestly, if we sign this, we can pull out here in about 3 days' time. Mm, seems about right. We'll also have to pull our forces back out from the other tunnel as well, so that's going to take us about what you think. I think if we take the Sunstriders, we can make it there in about 2 weeks. 3 if we take our time about it. Okay, well, this is a big one. All right, well, we'll finalize like what she wants, and then we'll see about like what trade routes she needs protecting. But this seems reasonable. And they all pull out quills and begin to sign the contract, and then they take a stamp and they stamp the symbol of the mercenary company down next to their names before they let the scroll furl back up, and they slide it back to you three. If you can return that to the merchant prince, we'll be out of here in 3 days.
Pleasure doing business. I'll hand that to Visper to teleport to Merchant Prince, and send the message of they signed the contract as is, and we will be in the mountains, in the mountain cave. They will be out of the mountain cave, and we will be able to explore freely in 3 days' time.
All
I
right.
did not count how many words that was actually.
Pause and send as needed.
Yeah,
Pause and send as
that,
needed.
that was pretty close. I was counting in my head, and I might have been off by like 2 words, but I'm gonna let it slide because honestly, the fact that you guys came up with a strategy to negotiate with mercenaries on a better contract kind of blew me out of the water. So I'm gonna let that slide.
And then I'm gonna pipe up and be like, out of curiosity, we are also here for a friend. We have reason to believe that they're an Earth Genasi, and their core was being held somewhere in the mountains.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but we don't handle in that kind of business.
Okay, no, that's totally fair. I just was seeing if you knew anything.
Well, I mean, unless either of you two know anything, and I'm gonna roll for their history checks, see if they do. That is a wait, what? The highest person rolled an 11.
You have inspiration, good sir.
I'll reward you. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll reward you. I'll re-roll one. Wow. Okay, you're pretty lucky there. The hobgoblin goes, "Oh, wait, there was that weird shipment that came in past the gate. The one with the oh, what was it? The one with the kids? Oh. Oh, wow, yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, no, we didn't handle that. We were just told to let them through. So, okay. Well,
Gotcha.
all right, well, there you go. If that's any help, if that's a lead for you, then more power to you. But like I said, we'll be out of here in 3 days. We'll it's gonna take us a couple days to move the trolls, so that's sort of the thing. So that's why we have to. You're more than welcome to stay here in camp, though. If you need any supplies, you can buy them from us, and we'll be set to go. If you want to help us out, we can probably get this place evicted in like 2 days. Honestly, if you want to help around and kind of get this cleared out.
I think we can do that, guys. Do you think?
Yeah, I have nothing better to do.
Thanks.
All right. Well then, it's a pleasure doing business. And and then the orc reaches out for somebody's hand to shake.
I will gladly shake it.
Okay. Very firm.
And it's going to be a very firm, strong shake.
Very firm handshake, and he goes, strong handshake. I like that. And then at that handshake, the camera will then fade to a sepia, and it'll say to be continued in 3 weeks. That is where we're going to end tonight's session. But yeah, that's gonna be us. We're going to go on about a 3-week break for Dungeons and Dragons, just until the holidays end, and then I have some extra time to reset my brain from the holidays.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fix your entire campaign that we derailed.
I mean, no, I had so depending on.
I mean, this is going relatively to plan from my perspective.
Like honestly,
From our perspective, yes.
honestly, I was like, are they gonna pull this? Oh my god, they are. And then the rolls just happened to be good. I was rolling for like the disposition throughout the entire negotiation, and they really seemed amicable. You guys didn't flub any like important rolls, so
Yeah.
I probably should have made you roll more more persuasion checks, but like because you guys weren't really. You guys had just enough details where they're like, okay, I guess we'll hear you out without going, you gotta convince us. And then you drop the whole, yeah, so we got the merchant prince's wallet?
Right. It's kind of like we do kind of just have infinite resources, right? We've got the merchant prince, we've got the king and queen of the spring court.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where I'm like, they have too many resources for negotiation tactics now that I think about it. Like, but at the time, you guys were the way you guys have been playing. It was like they don't talk, like at all. I think they've killed all but like 2 negotiation targets. So yeah, that's just me.
No.
No.
I mean, part of that is
no?
we don't negotiate with cultists.
That's
Yeah.
also fair. Like we don't negotiate with cultists / terrorists / anybody that looks remotely evil or in my direction.
The direction is Millennia specifically.
But yeah, so we're gonna go on a.
Yeah.
That's fair. Facts. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be on a 2 to 3 week break. So the earliest you should see us is probably the 7th. The latest you'll see us is on the 14th, unless of course things come up. But yeah, until then, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with us. I want to thank you guys for showing up tonight. This video will be up on my YouTube page. You can find on my about. Monday at midnight. I just gotta get this squared up, and then yeah, so I hope you all have a happy holidays. Hope you all have a great happy New Year's, and then we will see you all next year. Till then, bye.
Bye.
I